Hello Reshaper, I hope you're fantastic today. In today's very stream, I want to share with you my sphere of stabilization, my mental stabilization or stabilization in my mental world. It's a subconscious sphere, so I am not really conscious of it. However, I still have it. And as you might know that, the spheres are always the same, that every single person has the same spheres. And also the stabilization in mental world is also a subconscious sphere, by the way, for everyone, for every single person. However, the talents are different, okay? And my personal talent in this one sphere is close relationship, or how it is written here, pretty complicated word, convergence. Not really. I want to have it more simple, and my simple explanation is a close relationship. Close relationships. And by the way, it is on the sphere when you see it on my DNA right now on YouTube. People on YouTube, it's 59.4. You can join YouTube channel pretty easy. Just click into my own profile. On the profile you see my website. On the website you click in this fifth link, you just jump in and have it. Or you can just type in YouTube pogodora. All right, and then you can see what I'm talking about. And this is actually the second sphere from the left side, from above, from the top left. It is the second one, 59, and the fourth 10.4. And the 4 is actually the method. So my talent is close relationship. And what happened is with a close relationship is you have, as all spheres, as all talents have the dark side and the white side, the bright side. Let's go first of all with the dark side, which is in my case, it is being sexual promiscuity, sexual promiscuity. It means like a little bit obscure mindset about sexualities and having a little bit too much of sexual fantasies which are exceeding the normal human being's mind. Let me explain. So, okay, because it's a little bit harsh word to understand. So this is what happened. And another thing also what happened is in the dark side is self and other people insecurity. So I feel myself when I'm in a low vibrational state, I feel myself insecure around people, and I feel also insecure myself around being with myself. So insecurity there and insecurity, just insecurity always. And also mistrust. I start to mistrust to people and to myself too. And I can tell you, it has been happened like the self insecurity and people insecurity, in mistrust. I got it back then in the days, when I have been, mistrust I have learned from Counter-Strike, playing computer games like Counter-Strike, where we flame a lot, where you are use abusive linguistics, and those are. But I have learned during these years I have played it, that this kind of abusive linguistics are not really meant seriously, because if those person who said you an F to you or something like that, you will actually, this person, when you see in person, he never will say it. Therefore, you don't have to believe all what's saying on internet. And therefore, I have kind of grown my own mistrust during those period of time. And then I have learned to trust no one. But my natural state of mind is people need to have a chance. You have to give people a chance to trust or not trust. And of course, I have already told you, I have been, because of it, I have been in bad situation recently, because I have trust someone who I didn't have to trust and give someone a chance. However, when my my intuition said I don't have to trust this person, I don't have to. And every time I go back in my past and see, every time I have trust someone which my intuition said you don't have to trust this person, you have just to run for it, every time I burnt my fingers with it. So my intuition, I don't know how your intuition is, but when my intuition says don't trust this guy, I don't have to trust it, because every time I do it, like last time, it will hurt, sometimes even financially or even physically. Back then this was physically, just recently it was financially. Okay, and another thing is fear of solitude, and I can totally resonate. Fear of solitude. I got the feeling of solitude back then in Japan when I don't get so much revenue. Didn't get so much salary for that month because of something happened in the company I work for. And what happened there is I don't have money and I couldn't socialize. And when I couldn't socialize, I feel like nobody is caring about me. And when nobody cares about me, I try to contact everyone. And what happened is nobody is actually in this kind of low state of vibration. People are just go and neglect me. And this is exactly what happened. And my fear of solitude just grown above the hills and far away. Over the hills and far away. Okay. And the next one is resolute and violent. Oh yes, I was damn resolute and violent for sure. Back in especially resolute. Back then in Russian, I was learned by my parents also that if someone tried to hit you, even verbally, just beat them up. And this is what I did. And here in Germany, it is not about beating up someone. It is about oh man, this word. It's a German word. Not really. To tell, yeah, it's about tell someone to then. I don't got the word really. I never use it. I use it really often. To sneak on, to tell on someone, yeah, to tell on. It's pretty common here in Germany, especially in school. People are telling on anyone, and especially in my days, it was really common to telling on someone, and I wasn't used to, because I saw telling on is always a bad reputation and so on. And what I did is I first tell on someone and then I beat them up. Yeah. Or I beat them up, and then when I'm first there and first tell on someone, then I can say, okay, I have the right because I was the first one who was telling on. And this was actually the kind of justice here in Germany in school time. And what happened is that, what happened is that I have been resolute and especially violent and resolute. Yeah, especially when I'm this really low state and I have one kind of really harsh opinion. If someone tries to, no, this is not true, and when it just don't shows me any real proof that is true, then I just stay on it and become violent, because I say this is my truth and I'm still here, and it becomes violent. Back then in the days, not now, because now I know how to control those things. However, back in the days it was pretty harsh, especially because I have the talent of strength and 4 times warrior, which is pretty harsh to to resist. It's really harsh to resist. And of course, fearing of losing control of life's control. I had it also back in the days. When I was to the project, I have to go to one, to the second, to the third, and I was just feeling to lose life's control, because I felt like the more I'm doing those projects, the more I'm going away from what I really want. And they say, yeah, you want to have this, so you have to do that. And I said, okay, it's a really big way around. Why shouldn't you do this? And they say, yeah, because you can't. And I say, okay, I don't give a and I just go. And I just left them and said, no, I cannot deal with it anymore. And I don't care what you mean about me. I'm already played this game for 2 years, and I don't want to play this game for another 1 or 2 years because it's just not worth it. Okay. And the bright side, let's go to the bright side, okay? Because I'm right on the bright side. And thank you for watching, Payman. Have not long time no see, by the way, on Instagram. On the dark side, it is being reckless. It is. Oh yeah. Not the dark side. It's the white side. The bright side. The bright side is sincerity and openness leads to fast intimacy to find business partner and marriage partner, or succeed in a creative project. And I can totally see it when I'm really in a high state of mind. I can make friends just this. And even people say like, it is really hard to make friends with Japanese people. Well, it might be harsh for people who are not that have the talent. For myself, because I have this talent, I can make friends really quick. I can make them really break out the intimacy barriers, just break them down and just go really straight for it. And without it becomes too close. I mean, without it becomes too, the human being becomes too bothered with myself, because I can kind of feel it when I'm in this kind of really high vibration of mind. And this is actually my right side of the talent of close relationship. Now we go into the how to activate this kind of thing. And I wasn't aware at all. I was not aware at all. And when I just read it, it makes totally sense, but I wasn't aware. In fact, I was really reckless towards this thing, what it brings me. Because the method is so easy to understand, but it's so deep when you go really down. It is breathing. Just everything that I told you can make it just through breathing. Breathing? Are you kidding me? Such a thing can make so much difference. Yes, it can. And I just want to tell you, on the dark side of breathing is like reckless breathing. Being reckless of breathing or with breathing, make it shallow and fast breathing. Shallow and fast breathing. I tend to have shallow and fast breathing all the time. I can tell you. And back in the days, especially when I was like this violent guy, it was really, I had shallow breathing all the time. So I made the wrong decisions. And what it also leads to is to have rejection, both ways rejections. It means I will reject people who might be beneficial for me, don't give it a chance to reject them, because I am breathing shallow and fast. On the flip side, people will reject me when I just go in the sake of, and I can totally tell it when I was cold approaching for 1 year, people all around the internet just going, hey, how are you doing the things. I was through some LML courses, where instead you have to this. I have also taught you on YouTube how you have to talk, to people, this kind of thing, and how to construct those sentences in order to don't feel too bothersome for people if you want to do cold acquaintances and cold approach, which is pretty harsh for me. Really, cold approach is pretty harsh for me, especially when it's not when I don't see the human being right in front of me. Okay, it's pretty harsh. It's easier for me when I just do in a party or something like that. You just approach someone. It's 100 times easier for me because I can see the vibes. I can see how person is reacting, but you know, behind the text, behind the monitor, you cannot do anything. Okay. And here here we have the bright side is frequent breathing management through essential exercises induces harmony and calmness that spreads to the environment. Yes, 1,000 times yes. Now, first of all, you might asking yourself, why breathing? And let me tell you that breathing is, when we breathe shallow, we don't get enough oxygen into our brain. When we don't get enough oxygen into our brain, we don't do conscious decision. We just do subconscious decision. Okay? And we do subconscious decisions. It can be good if your intuition is on point. However, your intuition cannot be on point if you don't in a high vibration. If you're in a high vibration state but still breathe shallow, I mean, it is maybe possible. I don't want to deny it totally, but maybe it's possible you still breathe shallow but you're in a high vibrational state. Maybe you can do it. However, and then your intuition is really high and you can do decisions out of your intuition, which is super. However, and by the way, decisions are made of intuitions, okay? The most decisions that are made, they are not conscious, they're subconscious. Because we do decide on our feelings. Some feelings are subconscious, are not conscious. Okay. So, but when you have enough information, I mean, some people will just approach you, or you will approach people, right? And when you approach with a shallow breathing, you just stand there and like this one, right? And it doesn't feel confident. However, if you breathe really strongly and deeply, what will happen is you have enough oxygen that goes into your brain. It goes in all your vessels and on your cell, on your cells of your body. And what happens is, because it goes on your cells, you will fuel your body even more, and you get the state of calmness. And when you feel calm, then you can do the best decisions. Then you will attract the best people, because people do not attract to this kind of shallow breathing atmosphere, because it is like on rush. And people are already on rush. They don't want to be always on rush, even being with you. All right, because they're already on rush. So when you bring it to another state of calmness, bring the state of being more full, benevolent, be more share more this kind of harmony, people would just come and come and come and come. And this is actually the trick. And how you can do this exercise? Well, there are pranayamas, there are breathing exercises that I've shared with you several months ago. You can check it out on my YouTube, I believe. Do I have on YouTube? Maybe not, but certainly I have it on TikTok, and I have it also on Instagram stories, and I have it also on my Facebook. You can just see in the archives pretty easily. But I have shared with you all these exercises, all these words you have written. By the way, I have for some of those things that I'm sharing with you for free, I have, if you don't notice, and I don't want to anything. However, I just want to say that even I'm sharing this thing for free, but I'm paying for it to share with you. I sometimes even tens of thousands of dollars. And just to raise your awareness that I'm really giving you value, that some people are charging for you thousands of dollars, thousands and $10,000s of dollars, but I'm giving you for free because I believe those kind of values should be spread and not being just hidden by big gates and nobody can have access towards it. Okay? So guys, so Reshaper, comments box down below what's number thing you picked up so far. If you think like you are the same type, then you can use pranayamas, you can use a breathing exercise. It doesn't hurt you at all. Breathing exercises are always good, are actually always good. I mean, of course, they may maybe not suitable for every type of human being. However, by the way, also a nice breathing exercise is just running, or when you just swimming. It's also a breathing exercise because you are training your lungs. This is also a breathing exercise. You're breathing more shallow, of course. However, you also make your breath more bigger and bigger and bigger, and then when you stop, then you breathe more deeply, right? And yeah, if you kind of type of like myself, then you can just go for pranayamas and exercises, breathing exercises, or breathing exercise that I've shown with you, this breathing of life. You can use it too. And I hope you have an awesome day. Have an awesome day, and as always, do not lie to yourself, super passion now. See you tomorrow.